What's up, you guys? It's Alex here, and I'm here to give you a deck profile on this deck I've been working on. I had to wait until Hidden Arsenal 7 came out to actually complete this deck, so I've been pretty much sitting around waiting for that to come out for the last month or so, but I finally think I got it pretty much complete, except for a couple cards here and there. So I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. So first we're going to start off with the monsters. We got the Double Rabbit, and then for the vanillas we got Sabersaurus and Noble Knight Artorgus, and we got 2 tour guides, 3 Gawains, 3 Madros, 2 Photon Thrasher, 1 Guardian of the Order, 1 Honest, 1 Toscanite. That'll round off the monsters. For spells, we have first up we have the equips. We have Mage Power, double Arfuditir, 1 Gallatin, 1 Caliburn, and now we're going to move into the Forbiddens. Forbidden Dress, and 2 Forbidden Lance, and Staples, Monster Reborn, and Rhoda. Onto the traps, we have Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning, Double Compulse, Double Save Zone, it's a proxy because I don't have my second one yet, and to round it off, Triple Fiendish Chain. Alright, so that's it for the deck. Go ahead and go into the extra deck. We got Starliege Paladynamo, C39, 39, Pappy, Steel Swarm Roach, Maystroke, Shockmaster, Evil Zorlagia, Evil Zordolka, Artorgus King of the Noble Knights, Heroic Champion Gandiva, Blade Armor Ninja, and Heroic Champion Excalibur. It's only 13 cards. I'm missing Levy Air and Daigusto Emerald, and then it'll be complete. Now for the side deck, I'll explain everything later after I finish showing you. But Ophion, 1 Infestation Pandemic, 3 Heliotropes, 2 Puppet Plants, 2 Electric Virus, 2 Effect Veiler, 2 Maxi, and 2 empty slots that I don't know what to fill with yet. I have to go to my locals and see what's going around. Alright, so I'm going to explain this deck in a little bit of detail for you. Of course, the main goal of this deck is to get out your boss monster as quick as possible. And with your starting deck, you basically want to get Rabbit into an Evil Zor first turn would be nice. So into Logia or Dolka, depending on which deck you're going up against. But if you open well enough with the Noble Knights, you can go into a first turn Shockmaster using so many different ways. You can go Thrasher Rabbit into double Artorgus into Shockmaster, Thrasher, Madro into Gawain, and then into a 4th target actually, and then if you get lucky enough, you can get Guardian of Order. The Guardian of Order, this card, it's came out in Light of Destruction, but it reads, there we go. So it says, if you control 2 or more light monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only control 1 Guardian of Order, and it's level 8 and has 2500 attack, 1200 defense. So basically what this deck does, your opening hand could be like any given 5 cards. Let's say, for the sake of this talk, you open these 6 cards. You open Fiendish Chain, Artorgus, Gawain, Madro, Photon Thrasher, and Guardian of the Order. Now, with this hand, you can easily go, well, of course, the first thing you're going to do is special summon Thrasher. And then you can normal summon Madro. Madro will be vanilla at this point. You'll special summon Gawain, and then because you control two, or these are all lights, so since you control two or more lights, you can special summon Guardian of Order, and then you have so much field presence at this point on your first turn that it's almost a definite GG unless you're going against like E-Dragons. And then you overlay, and then go into Shockmaster, and then you have a Shockmaster and a 2500 beater. Not to mention you still have 2 cards in hand. So that's one of the good things I like. This is why I built this deck, because Noble Knights can go into a very consistent Shockmaster first turn, and also with Rabbit you can just throw in those extra targets like Sabersaurs and get out the Evilsaurs. So the first turn consistency with getting a boss monster out is high with this deck. Another thing I like about this deck is that if you go up a bad matchup against Dino Rabbit, you can simply side out the dinos, side in the evil swarms, and you're good to go. That's all you need. So you can really switch this deck out and in, and keep your opponent from siding against you too hard. And this deck just wins games. I mean, even if all you open is like a Rabbit and a Photon Thrasher with an equip card, let's just choose Mage Power and some back row. Maybe you have like you drew shitty and you drew 2 Feudatours. It's like this is still a Shockmaster play. I mean, you special Photon Thrasher, normal Rabbit, banish Rabbit, do your thing, grab your Artorgus, your second Artorgus, and then you can overlay Shockmaster, and then on top of that you can equip it with Mage Power and then set 3. So you'll have a 4300 Shockmaster. What the fuck are they gonna do about it? Nothing. And then of course they might blind MST you, and you set these bluffs, these blind MSTs will hit those bluffs and essentially just neg them because you bluff them out, which actually I do all the time. Like, those bluffs work magic. Also in the extra deck, I'll explain something. There's the Evilsaurs, but my good first turn play would probably be if I couldn't go into Shockmaster or an Evilsaur, which happens very, very little, just simply go into Maestroke, sit it in defense, and sit on it. Because eventually you're going to draw into something that can overcome them before they can overcome you. And what else? Starliege. This card wins games too. If you can top deck into a rank 4 and they have a boss monster, just Starliege. It's so easy, and then you don't even have to worry about its low attack, because if it dies, you draw a card. So you're always plussing off of that, no matter what. It's always a good play. Or even if you have like a stronger monster and you know he has 2 strong monsters and he'll be able to get over Starliege, overlay in defense mode, and then still use it and then use your other monster to get over the boss monster. It's so good. I just can't believe how good that card is, how versatile it is. Another card is Gandiva. This card, it doesn't really have a lot of uses, because all it does is negate level 4 or lower special summons, and it's only during your turn. But there are decks that do that. There are decks where maybe you want to push for game and you think they have a Fader, you know they have a Fader, go into Gandiva and then push for game. So, oh, also I'm missing Black Ship of Khorne. That card is incredible as well. But that's on the way in the mail. I bought it the other day. It's so incredible, that card. That card, I can get that card on the field and sit on it with 2500 off Mage Power and destroy any monster they lay on the field. So that's... Hey YouTube, some shit I forgot to say in my deck profile is that I will be taking out the Compulses for Macrocosmos. I will be throwing in 3 Macrocosmos as soon as I get them to replace the Compulses, but the Compulses are just in there until I have the Macros, so there will be Macrocosmos in this deck as well. So just thought I should throw that in. But yeah, so that's my deck. I call it Noble Rabbit. It was Noble Swarms, but then I added the dinos in there, so I just call it Noble Rabbit now. So yeah, thanks for watching YouTube, and I'll see you next time. Comment with any questions, I'll reply.